Musta'ina TV, Musta'ina, can you feel it? Musta'ina, Mashallah program, Musta'ina, all about Islam. Musta'ina, Musta'ina TV, Musta'ina, can you feel it? Musta'ina, we got your kids covered. Musta'ina, we soon all lovers. Musta'ina, connect yourself to the right channel. Halal advices, of course, right here. Don't touch that dial here, don't you? Musta'ina is Musta'ina.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يعوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I bid you well, and I hope Ramadan is going on well. Thank you for staying with Musta'ina TV. At Musta'ina TV, we produce content. As a matter of fact, we've been producing content for Muslims and non-Muslims alike for up to 6 years now, since 2017. And I must say, these contents don't come easy to produce. They are not cheap to produce. We have people we pay, the equipment we use, the places we use, they are very expensive. If you have an idea of media production, you would know what I'm talking about. These contents don't come cheap. We want to appeal to you, for the sake of Allah, to please support what we do by donations. The information are on your screen. Kindly support what we do. Kindly help us to continue churning out Islamic content that educates both Muslims and non-Muslims and the entire family as a whole. As Muslims, we are encouraged to do more of charity, more of sadaqah. Now, what we do here at Musta'ina TV is charity for us, because we're looking at a way of enlightening and teaching Islam to the entire world and not just Muslims. We intend that this ibadah will be like a sadaqatul jariyah for us that would remain. The videos, the content will remain even when you and I have gone. So the videos and the content we put out are like the books of yesterday. You know, our Sahaba and the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his entire household, they were not, when they were alive, we were not alive, but we have grown, we have evolved to meet the information, the way they lived. We have grown to meet them because there are books they have left for us and generations unborn who would also meet these books. So we intend that these videos will also outlive us and also enlighten people, tell people about Islam, about how we should live, about a whole lot about Islam. And we hope that you would also seize this opportunity to come into this Sadaqatul Jariyah by way of donation. So you and I can also benefit from the enormous benefit, the enormous reward that comes with it, even after you may have long lived and you have gone. This is a form of non-profitable charity that you keep getting reward on as long as it exists, as long as people play it, as long as it exists online, since the world is going global right now. So we thought this is an opportunity. So why not seize this opportunity? No matter how little, your donations will go a long way. Please join us in this ibadah, so you get as many rewards as you can, even when we have all gone and we are in the grave. All these rewards will get to us in the grave, inshallah. So assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to Mustaina Special. We're still your host. I am Kautar Adelupe.
And I am Mohammed Sarat.
Today we are doing something that you know of. I'm sure you want to judge us again, but just come with us. Today we are going to be completing chapters of the Quran. So we're going to be reading random verses and we'll complete it for each other. Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
MashaAllah, sister. Now, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم حتى زرتم المقابر. Said you are ready. You're already on the right path. Continue. Allah.
كلا سوف تعلمون ثم كلا سوف تعلمون كلا لو تعلمون علم اليقين.
Yeah, child. MashaAllah. MashaAllah. But it's Allah سوف تعلمون. Right? Now, help me check her out. Was she correct? Please just give us feedback. Next one.
Be the one to ask, please.
I should keep asking you.
Yes.
No problem. She's ready for me. Second. وما أدراك ما القارعة.
يوم يقوم الناس كالفراش المبثوث وتكون الجبال كالعهن المنفوش فأما من ثقلت موازينهم فهم هاوية فهو في عيشة راضية.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah, sister. Well done, well done. Are you ready for more? Are you ready?
Yes, yes.
وما أدراك ما ليلة القدر.
ليلة القدر خير من ألف شهر تنزل الملائكة والروح
Why are you looking at me? I'm not going to tell you the answer.
بإذن ربي من كل أمر سلام هي حتى مطلع الفجر.
MashaAllah. Barakallahu fi. Barakallahu fi. Barakallahu fi, sister. Are you ready for more?
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am is weak. Are you tired?
No, I am not.
Okay. Let me give you a simple one. وَرَأَيْتَ النَّاسَ يَدْخُلُونَ فِي دِينِ اللَّهِ أَفْوَاجًا. I've said the last verse.
Read the last verse.
Thank you for joining us on this episode. I'm sure you found it beneficial, and you can also try it out with your friends and family. This exercise, this activity, this fun game is something that can actually help with your muraja. You might not use the verses that we did. You can use something that you're currently trying to memorize. Have people task you about it so that you can always remember it. Thank you again for joining, and we'll see you on the next one.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
مستعينا
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to Mr. Aina TV. This is another episode on same topic we have been discussing, and that is the names of Allah and His attributes. So we have been looking at various implications of this name. We have looked at the first one, which was spiritual implication. We have looked at intellectual implication, which I call a worldview, and we have also looked at the moral implication. So we are going to be looking at the psychological implication. And what do I mean? So I want to discuss it from the angle of our hope and fear. So these two major things are parts of our life which influence the way we do things, the fear we hope, the aspiration we have, the fear we not. So in the Quran, Allah actually tells us to look at issue from a positive perspective. And this is why He said in the Quran, Ya ibadi alladhina asrafu la taqnatu min rahmatillahi inna Allaha yaghfiru dhunuba jami'a innahu huwal ghafurur rahim. So Allah is actually stressing one of His attributes there, that He forgives. So sin is only forgiven by Allah. So every other thing you are hoping for in life are lesser. So if Allah is saying don't lose hope, reason why you should not lose hope, He can forgive you. So it is important for us to explore, because this is the importance of this topic, to go back and explore the names of Allah and see how you can work on your psychology through the names of Allah. So you should never lose hope in your life, because Allah is always there. So that is the meaning of Ghafur, often forgiven. He forgives you irrespective of what you have done. So far you come to Him. So the other side of it is fear. So when we have fear, Allah is always with us to give us that succor, to console us. So, and that is if you actually see Allah as the one that can make you to have rest of mind. And this is what Allah actually shows in the Quran, Surah Al-Quraysh, لِإِلَافِ قُرَيْشٍ إِلَافِهِمْ رِحْلَةَ الشِّتَاءِ وَالصَّيْفِ فَلْيَعْبُدُوا رَبَّ هَذَا الَّذِي أَطْعَمَهُم مِّن جُوعٍ وَآمَنَهُم مِّنْ خَوْفٍ. Because we are looking at names and attributes. From this verse, you can derive the attributes of Allah. Because I said in the first episode, the names and attributes of Allah are meant to show you how Allah behaves and do things, the modus operandi of Allah. So Allah is always there to give us rest of mind. And that is if you understand Him through His name. Because basically the names of Allah are meant to give you an overview of how Allah is, how Allah deal with human being and the other creatures, and how Allah will always forgive. And that's why I say wa rahmati wasi'at kulla shay'in. So my mercy overshadows everything. So my mercy is more than my anger. So this gives hope. When you explore each of the names of Allah, Allah said Al-Ghafur, He forgives, Al-Razak, He provides. All the names of Allah, each of the names of Allah that you look at, we always give you the hope, and the hope is part of our psychology. So the fear too, but we also need to understand the fear from another angle. If you see Allah as the one that has the overriding power over everything, you should take caution in engaging, because if you have bad character, it starts from your psyche. What you have done over time. So in order to curb bad habits, which is part of our psychology, you need to work on your mind through the names of Allah. That Allah has said, anybody that engages in sin, Allah will punish him. It is working on your psyche, trying to work from within so that we have a better outlook on life. The same thing we need to understand when anything happens to us, Allah is establishing it as part of His attributes. It's our psychology. When something afflicts you, it affects your psyche. It's an attribute of Allah for you to believe that when we die, we go back to Allah. And actually, everybody is from Allah, and we belong to Allah, and He takes us back anytime He wishes. So it is an attribute of Allah, yes, but you need to make it influence on your psyche by seeing it that way. And this is why when Prophet Ayub was afflicted, inni masani yadur wa anta arhamur rahimin, he gave himself hope. and he was able to get out of the problem. What did Allah say? Fastajabna lahu, and we responded to his call. The same thing happens when Prophet Zachariah asks Allah. In fact, Allah explained that so much and actually captured the psychological aspect of the implication of Allah. وَيَدْعُونَنَا رَهَبًا وَرَغَبًا. Allah said they call us with hope and fear. Hope that is only Allah that can do it. Fear, if Allah does not do it, nobody will do it again. So they actually go back to Allah. La malja'a wa la manja minka illa ilayka nalja'u ya mughithu min tahawuli rahmatika. This is what a scholar said, that when Allah afflicts you with anything, you run back to Allah. Reason is, there's no one that can take you out of the problem except Allah. You should always hope in Allah's mercy. So the names of Allah should give us hope. The names of Allah should also make us to be afraid of going against what Allah has put down as rules. And this is why I said names of Allah always look as opposites. They are not actually opposites. It's only representing and telling us different manifestations of the way Allah handles things. And this is why we need to continue to explore. And that is the essence that I'm emphasizing. This names of Allah, we need to explore it more and make it reflect in our life. Just like we have said that each of the names of Allah will have spiritual implication. We also have what we call intellectual implication. We have the moral implication, and we also have the psychological implication, which is the last one we have just discussed. So you too can explore each of the names of Allah, starting from Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, Al-Malik, and see the way it can influence your life. And you need to take this and add to it. The Prophet said, Bismillah lazi la yaduru ma'asmihi, just to tell you why you need that name, that nothing happens to you when you have names of Allah with you. When you have names of Allah, just like we say, Kul a'udhu bi rabbil falak. Say, oh Allah, I seek refuge from you. You can also say, I seek refuge with your name. And this is why Allah will never joke with Bismillah. Despite the fact that one of the chapters does not have Bismillah, Allah actually take it in again in another surah, so that we complete 114. So Bismillah is so much important in our life, so that we make names of Allah and His attributes to reflect in all its ramifications. May Allah continue to guide and protect us. So I advise, just like we have said, there's a book here that we can buy for our kids, because we need to get them orientated. Most of the time, what we do is buy them gadgets which affect their psyche. These cartoons they watch. In fact, I can show you some part of the books which are very lovely. When they read it, they get familiar with their Lord. They raise some questions which they will ask you. So you must be ready to answer them. And that is if you yourself have tried to explore the names of Allah, just like we have tried to explain in our previous episode and the current one. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun ala al-mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Girl, father, wait till it's soft now. Why your face dey dull like this?
Nothing is soft, my guy. Exam in my mind now.
Exam?
Yes, man.
Not be that man. I go teach you now. I'm going to teach you.
Wow,
Small now. No wala. Go do overnight. Some kind small overnight. Go know the course. Yeah. Do just. Come. You go. Mo go. Follow me. Mo go. No wala. Assalamu alaikum. How you doing now?
I'm fine, alhamdulillah.
I'm fine. You're going to class bar?
Yeah.
Well, based on the discussion we had the other time, you know, to make our relationship halal, so we have to talk to our parents so that we can start preparations for the nikah.
Yeah.
You know, we're almost graduating, so we can let them know and, you know. So, but the problem I have is that your parents, will they be fine with me being an Hausa boy? Because I don't know. Will you be okay with that?
They should be fine. Mom doesn't have any problem with that.
Are you
My
sure?
dad too. Yeah.
Okay.
What about you? Are you sure they won't have any problem too?
Well, no, my parents are cool-headed people, so and they're educated, so it's not a problem. Not right now. Take care.
Okay.
I'll see you around. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Boss
Baba,
man, I share it. Boss man, how far now?
Fine. More they
Don't
go,
follow
more
and
they go,
talk
more
am.
they go. No, they whine me. No, they whine me.
Espionage, my
Baba, more go,
guy, my
more
guy,
go,
my
more go,
guy. I
more go,
share it,
more go.
boss.
No.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mariam Bakri and you're watching Mustaqina TV. I think that you people are doing the Lord's work. Well done. I mean, more grace to your elbow, teaching, putting like words out there and, giving people the opportunity to be able to learn, if not one or two things about the religion. I think it's a really great initiative that you people are doing. So, well done.
My people, how una dey? E get one thing wey I wan tell you, and na im be say Mustarina TV na the number one ogbonge Muslim channel worldwide. Worldwide? Wait, Arabs are actually watching me. أيها المشاهدين الكرام ومتابعين الأبرار، هذه مستعينة TV. لا تضغط الزر وكن متناسكا. أنا خديجة بنت أبا يومي. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. My name is Mutairu Umoru and you're watching Musta'ina TV. Musta'ina TV is an alternative to the mainstream media, like you already know. Musta'ina TV is educative, it's entertaining, it's for the family, the whole family. It's an Islamic channel where we learn the Quran, Hadith, and we ask questions. We also teach and ask questions. Now, we also learn a lot about the prophets, all the prophets, the Sahabas, how we should relate with non-Muslims alike, how we should live with our fellow Muslim brothers and sisters in our communities, the happenings around the world, how we also relate to all this. You see, Islam, Allah has said in the Quran, He has perfected Islam. It is just the Muslims that are not perfect. So why not learn more about Islam so you become a better Muslim, a better practicing or conscious Muslim. So this is why we bring to you the programs on Musta'ina TV. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Musta'ina TV, Musta'ina, can you feel it? Musta'ina, mashallah program, Musta'ina, all about Islam, Musta'ina, Musta'ina TV, Musta'ina, can you feel it? Musta'ina, we got your kids covered, Musta'ina, we soon all over, Musta'ina, connect yourself to the right channel, halal vices of course right here, don't touch that dial here, don't you? Musta'ina is here for you. Islam channel like no other. We got you covered, don't bother. We never run house of halal contents. We bring to your view tranquility. Musta'ina TV.